There is one thing that almost every single creator and brand gets wrong with their short form distribution, and it is costing them over thousands of dollars every single month. They think that they're paying for distribution when in reality they're paying for strangers to simply go viral. Because when your clips go out on random accounts that have absolutely nothing to do with you, those views don't come back. They simply disappear and people scroll past them. I ran one of the largest clipping operations in the space with over 15,000 clippers, with distribution for brands like AU Vodka and Overtime. And I watched this happen over and over again from the inside. I saw creators and brands spending $5,000 to $10,000 every single month on clipping with absolutely no growth and no audience to show for it. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the 3 biggest distribution mistakes that I keep seeing and show you the new distribution model that is making traditional clipping completely obsolete. Now, the way that most clipping works is pretty straightforward. You've likely got a podcast, a YouTube video, a stream, or whatever current content that you're currently putting out. You hire a clipper or an agency to take your best moments, edit them, and post them across TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Instagram Reels. The pitch you get from every agency is the exact same. We'll get you millions of views and we will put your content everywhere. And at the end of the day, they do. Your content does end up everywhere. The problem is, what does everywhere actually mean? Your clipper will take a moment from your podcast, edit it, and post it on an account called Hustle Motivation 847 with likely 12 followers and a stock profile photo. That account has absolutely nothing to do with you. It doesn't mention your name, it doesn't link to your page, and if somebody were to watch a clip posted on that account and they were interested in finding you, they probably can't find you. But the clip does well. It pulls in 50,000 views. Now you as a brand or a creator see that number and you say, oh, this is working. Believe me, 50,000 people watching your content and seeing you definitely feels like something. But if you look at what actually happened from the viewer's perspective, they were simply just scrolling. Your clip caught their attention, they watched it, maybe they liked it, and then it was gone. They were on to the next thing. They still don't know your name, what you sell, and they couldn't follow you because the account wasn't yours. That clip of your content was simply just something that passed through their feed and then vanished. And I know this because I used to run the exact same operation for years. I had 15,000 clippers posting across thousands of different social media accounts for every single brand and creator. Our team saw and owned the dashboard, owned the view counts, and I watched creator after creator come in excited to start getting clipped. We would watch the numbers stack up for months, and then typically they would come back to us or any other agency and ask, why has nothing in my business or on my following changed? Their YouTube subscriber count and their Instagram following was flat and none of the revenue across their business had changed. But at least they have millions of views sitting in dashboards and spreadsheets, right? And creators are writing checks every single month for this exact same setup without ever questioning whether views and growth are the same thing. Well, they're not. And that's where the second mistake comes in. Because if you don't understand how the delivery model itself is broken, then you end up chasing vanity metrics and trying to convince yourself that everything is working. Now, I talk to creators almost every single day who tell me stories like, oh, I've got 2 or 3 or 4 million views last month. And I will always ask them the exact same question, which is, what changed in your business after getting those views? Was it subscribers, leads? Was it sales? Was it anything at all? But funny enough, the answer is almost always the same, and that is nothing. They got 2 million views across 40, 50 accounts that nobody follows, nobody cares about, and nobody is ever going to revisit. In essence, what these creators are doing is just renting attention for 10 to 20 seconds. You borrowed a bunch of eyeballs, and then before you know it, they're gone. And the reason this keeps happening, and brands and creators may have told you clipping didn't work for me, is because this is the only metric that clipping agencies track, which is total views. Which is understandable. I mean, views feel like progress and it feels like a good thing to track. But the number that actually tells you if your distribution is working is not views. It's follower growth on the accounts that are posting your content and on your main account. If people are watching your clip and then following that account, it means that your content is landing with the correct audience in the right context. If those followers are then finding their way back to your main platform, whether that be YouTube, your Instagram, or your website, that is how you know that the clipping infrastructure is actually doing its job. And if you can look at your CRM and start to see growth in leads and start to trace that back to, well, the last 4 to 6 months, we've been clipping all of our content successfully and growing our followers, that is exactly when you know that the money that you've been spending is for something real. Anything short of that, like a total view count, is sadly just a number on a screen. And by the way, everything that I am breaking down in this video are the exact same principles that our system uses to take creators from scattered views to actual follower growth and increased revenue. So if you are a creator or a brand and you want to see exactly how this can work for you, I will leave a link down in the description so that you can book a call with our team and hopefully learn how we can do the correct system for you. Now, that second mistake will cost you money, but the third mistake is the real reason that you will never see results. And that is simply not having a content strategy behind your distribution. Most clippers that you could possibly go and hire treat your content like an assembly line. They're gonna grab whatever moment from your long form or even your short form content, slap a caption on it, and then push it out to all the accounts that they know they will get the most views on, but that don't actually matter, just simply so that they can get paid. They've got no differentiation between their accounts. They've got absolutely no theming and no strategy behind what clip goes where and why. And when every single account in your network is posting just a random mix of clips with no identity behind it, there's absolutely no reason for anybody to follow one of your clipping accounts. Because following an account is an actual decision. People follow accounts that actually give them a reason to come back and watch the rest of the content. This is an account with a clear identity, a vibe, and basically all the content that makes sense actually putting it together on one page. But when somebody clicks on a profile and then sees a random dump of clips with absolutely no cohesion, they move on because they don't even know what they're looking at. They don't know what content they can come back to and to watch. Now, the accounts that actually build real audiences do it because somebody is directing the angle of every single account. Let's take a creator who puts out business content. One of their fan pages will take all of their most entertaining clips, their funniest stuff, and their wildest stories. It'll likely build an audience of younger viewers who are there completely for that creator's personality. Now, another page could take that exact same creator's most technical and most educational resources. Everything that that creator breaks down, the numbers, the frameworks, and that account will attract the professionals and the buyers who are there solely for that creator's value and expertise. Meanwhile, a third clipping account can go and focus on that exact same creator's contrarian takes, their hot takes, anything polarizing that they might say, opinions, debates, and all the stuff that will actually drive comments. Each one of these 3 accounts has a completely different feel, but still drives emotion and a following to the exact same audience of that creator. So when a viewer lands on that creator's fan pages and they scroll through, every single video feels like it should be there. These are the fan pages that feel curated and intentional, and these are the ones that actually allow people to build a following. Now let's use our example of those 3 fan pages. What if we just multiplied that across 50 or 100 or even 200 accounts? If all 200 accounts had the exact same level of direction, something fundamentally different starts to happen. Those meaningless viewers will start to turn into followers because the account is actually worth following. Those followers turn into leads because everything on those accounts is pointing back to you, the creator. And instead of treading water for the next 8 months with clips getting millions of views, you actually start to compound a following. But without the correct distribution strategy, you're basically just posting clips into the void and calling it a strategy. So the model that we have found that makes distribution work is based on 3 things: fan pages instead of burner accounts, content direction instead of random posting, and lastly, automation instead of clippers. Fan pages are clipping accounts that actually represent the brand or creator. They're branded around their world with a direct link straight back to the main page. When somebody watches a clip on one of these accounts and taps on the profile, they see a page full of content that completely makes sense together. And they see a clear direction and path back to the creator that they just spent 10 minutes watching. That is the main differentiator between an account that generates views and an account that generates followers. Content direction means somebody who is deciding the direction of the content, the emotion that it evokes, and the shareability and relatability to the audience of that creator or brand. It also means deciding the entire content strategy around the 200 plus clipping fan pages in that creator's network. The meme page and the fan page don't get the same clips. The hot take page and the inspirational page aren't posting the same videos either. Each one of these accounts is programmed to address the creator's specific audience. And that direction is what turns clipping accounts into an actual distribution engine. So if this model works so well, why isn't everybody doing it? And that's because the second you try to do this at this large of a scale with people and clippers, it'll fall apart. Even the best clipping agencies max out at 15 to 20 clippers running fan pages before quality and everything completely falls apart. That is the ceiling of the human model. And the clippers who are good enough to actually grow a fan page from scratch, they don't want to do it because there is no payoff for months. Building a real fan page takes months of posting every single day. You have to engage like a real person and build the page's identity completely from zero before it really starts to pull in traction. And let me tell you, no clipper is going to just grind that out for a flat monthly fee when they can post on a burner account and call it a day. So the human model breaks in both directions. You can't scale it up, and the people that you hire won't actually do the work that matters. That is precisely why we built this on AI and automation instead. We spent 6 months building a system from the ground up that can build 100 or 200 or 450 fan page accounts for a single creator or brand and post you across TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube. Each one of these accounts behaves like its own person with its own fingerprint, engagement patterns, and posting rhythm. Our system handles literally everything from posting, engagement, account management, and running every single day without anybody needing to touch it. And we can scale this to whatever level we want without the quality dropping because the system runs the same way whether it is 10 accounts or 500 accounts. Now, we know this because we have proven it across different creators and brands. We've done this for brands like AU Vodka, Overtime, and Goalie. Dozens of creators in completely different niches and millions of followers in different industries, and the results have stayed the same every single time. Creators who were spending thousands of dollars every single month on clipping with nothing to show for it started seeing real follower growth on their fan page and branded accounts. They were getting real traffic back to their main platforms and actual leads and revenue that they could trace back to being a completely new audience member. So if you are a creator or a brand yourself and you want to see how this system could work for you, I will go ahead and leave a link in the description where you can book a call with our team and myself to learn exactly how we can set this up for you. Just go below, apply for your call, and I will see you there.